The system is flatlined. The supermarkets are ruins. Your neighbor is stripping the insulation from his walls for warmth. And every survival manual you ever studied was written by someone who thought the end of the world meant a late coffee delivery. Welcome to the actual collapse, where the liquid you drink kills you, a spark brings predators, and compassion gets you buried. You want to make it? Discard the handbook. These are the 15 mandates no one mentions. The laws that keep you upright when everything else fails. Rule 1: never trust the collective. You see smoke on the horizon. A campsite. Your instinct whispers community. Incorrect. Groups during a collapse are not social clubs. They are hierarchies of power. And you are, at the base, the expendable asset sent to determine if the ground is mined or the well is toxic. You are a test subject with a heartbeat. Remain solitary. Remain in motion. If you must integrate, never be the first to sleep, never be the last to eat, and never reveal the location of your cache. Here is the litmus test. If they inquire about your assets before offering sustenance, you might endure. If they feed you first and ask questions later, you are being prepared for a purpose, and it is not hospitality. Biology says humans are social. Collapse says humans are opportunistic hunters. Act accordingly. Rule 2: thirst is a distraction, but the water itself is the executioner. You find a creek, clear and inviting. You drink. 72 hours later, your internal organs are liquefying. You are too weak to stand, too dry to weep. Giardia, cholera, parasites. Choose your poison. Boil every single drop. No vessel? Use a metal scrap. No flame? Use the sun. Dig a pit. Place a cup in the center. Cover it with plastic film. Place a stone in the center to create a drip point. Pure, slow, vital moisture. Or locate moving water. Filter it through cloth, charcoal, and sediment, then boil it anyway. Contaminated water is a delayed death sentence. Clean water is the only currency that matters. Rule 3: light is a flare for everything that wants you gone. Heat is comfort. Fire cooks rations. But fire also screams, high-value target right here. You ignite a flame at night, and you are painting a bullseye on your back. Every scavenger and desperate threat within 5 miles sees the glow, and they are coming. The solution is cold camps. Eat cold, sleep cold. If heat is mandatory, excavate a Dakota fire hole. 2 pits, connected beneath the surface. Small, intense, efficient. Minimal smoke, minimal signature, maximum awareness. Fire is survival. Fire is also a pyre. Choose carefully. Rule 4: your biology is your only permanent weapon. You believe you need a firearm or a blade. Those are useful until they malfunction, deplete, or are seized by someone stronger. Your body cannot be stolen. Cannot run out of ammunition. Forge it. Toughen it. Sprint until your chest burns. Climb until your skin tears. Fight without honor. Target the eyes, the throat, and the nerves. No rules, only persistence. Muscle memory overrides physical size. Velocity overrides force. And the resolve to do what others refuse to do, that overrides everything. Master the 2-second rule. If you cannot reach full velocity from a standstill in 2 seconds, you are already too slow to evade a predator. In the collapse, every person is a potential threat. You are the weapon. Everything else is a temporary tool. Rule 5: sound is a signal of presence. You move through a silent city. You strike a piece of metal. It rings. Every head within 200 meters snaps toward you. Some are human, some are not. Silence is survival. Learn to move like a shadow. Controlled steps, suppressed breathing. No vocalizing, no humming to soothe your nerves. Sound radiates. Sound attracts. Sound kills. If you hear something, become motionless. If something hears you, vanish. If you cannot vanish, strike. A heavy object to the skull is silent. A scream is an invitation. Rule 6: accumulate data, not objects. You find a hidden room stocked with preserved food and power cells. Incredible. 6 months later, it is gone. Now what? Resources deplete. Knowledge remains. Learn to track. Learn to trap. Learn to identify vegetation that sustains. Sanitize water. Create heat without technology. Heal wounds with nature. Commit it to memory. Practice the skill. Share it only with those who have proven their value. The rule of one. Learn one new vital skill every week before the collapse. Because after the fall, every mistake during the learning process costs energy, time, or blood you cannot spare. Practice now or pay later in agony. A can of food sustains you for a day. Knowing how to produce that food sustains you until the end. Rule 7. Pain is a report, not a burden. Your joint twists. It swells. You ignore it. You believe you are resilient. 48 hours later, infection takes hold. You cannot walk. You are prey. Pain is your internal diagnostic. Observe it. Rest. Stabilize the limb. Use cold sources to reduce inflammation. Elevate the injury. Use pressure. There are no pharmaceuticals. That is the reality. Honey is not a myth. Its antibacterial properties are validated and can prevent a minor laceration from becoming lethal. Use it. Use raw garlic. Use tree bark for pain. It is not perfect, but it is better than rotting from the inside. Infection kills more than violence does. A minor cut is a death sentence in 10 days without intervention. Sanitize every trauma immediately. Check your skin daily for 3 markers: red lines, heat, and odor. Resilience does not mean ignoring the damage. It means fixing it and moving smarter. Rule 8. Rest is a biological requirement. Without it, your cognitive function fails, your reflexes vanish, and your judgment dissolves. You walk into traps. You trust the wrong faces. You die for nothing. Research proves that severe sleep deprivation impairs the mind as much as intoxication. Sleep in rotations if you are in a pair. Sleep concealed if you are solitary. Sleep with one sense active, hand on your defense. After 48 hours without rest, your brain enters microsleep. You lose consciousness for seconds while your eyes stay open. You are walking, but you are gone. You will not know what happened until you wake up surrounded. Exhaustion is a silent killer. Rule 9. Optimism is a finite resource. Portion it carefully. You hear a rumor of a safe zone, a government outpost, a sanctuary. You rush toward it. You burn your reserves. You take unnecessary risks. You arrive and it is a mass grave. Hope is a fuel, but false hope is a toxin. Verify everything. Trust nothing you have not witnessed personally. Apply the triple source rule. Never act on data unless it is confirmed from 3 separate sources who are unaware of each other. In a collapse, rumors are instruments of manipulation. Survive the day, plan for the next, but do not gamble your life on a story. Rule 10. The greatest threat is internal. You are starving, so you eat something toxic. You are paranoid, so you strike an ally. You are desperate, so you move too fast. The collapse does not end you, you end yourself. Remain composed. Remain sharp. Be cold when necessary, cautious when wise. Your mind is your greatest asset and your most dangerous liability. Document your logic before every major decision. Force yourself to identify 3 potential outcomes because panic leads to stupidity. And stupid choices in a collapse do not offer second chances. Rule 11. Your odor is a signature. Erase it. You haven't cleaned yourself in weeks. You smell like salt, smoke, and terror. You are a biological beacon. Humans can detect other humans from 100 meters downwind. Predators can smell you from miles away. You believe you are hidden in a basement, but your scent is venting through every gap. Clean yourself with cold water when possible. Use wood ash to scrub your skin. It destroys bacteria and neutralizes odors. Avoid any chemical fragrances. They do not belong in the wild, And neither do you if you smell like the old world. Mask your scent with earth, pine, or local foliage. Always approach from downwind. The nose knows you are coming long before the eyes confirm it. Rule 12, consistency is a death sentence. You check the same cache on the same day. You sleep in the same corner every night. You take the same path to the water. You are writing your own end. Patterns are detectable. And predictability invites an ambush. Someone is observing. They learn your movements. They wait. You arrive. You never leave. Randomize everything. Different hours, different paths, different shelters. Become chaotic. Remember the 3-location rule. Never use the same site more than 3 times in a cycle. Rotate your sleeping positions, your water access, and your scavenging routes. Hunters study behavior. That 4th visit is where the strike occurs. Rule 13, trading is a form of combat. Never reveal your position. You meet a merchant. He has medicine, you have food. You are desperate, so you show him your entire supply. You negotiate from a place of fear. He takes everything. Or worse, he follows you to see where the rest is hidden. Never reveal your total inventory. Never show desperation. Trade from a position of perceived strength, even if it is a lie. Bring only what you are prepared to lose. Always have a poison pill. An item that is valuable but compromised or traceable. If they take it and leave, you have the advantage. Rule 14, the climate kills without a sound. Respect it. You believe you are resilient. You can handle the frost. Hypothermia does not care about your willpower. It disables you in stages. Shivering, then confusion, then loss of motor control, then the end. You will not recognize it is happening until your mind is too clouded to save itself. Layer your insulation. Stay dry. Wet fabric is a death sentence. If you sweat, you are in danger. The margin is razor thin. Use the hand test. If you cannot form a tight fist or your fingers refuse to move, you are in stage 1 shutdown. You have 30 minutes to find heat before your brain is considered non-essential. Rule 15, the lone wolf is a myth. They die. Construct invisible alliances. You are solitary. You trust no one. You think you are protected. You are actually exhausted and 1 injury away from the end. The psychological weight of total isolation will break your judgment. Survival is not about being alone. It is about controlling who knows you exist. Build connections that are not visible. People who owe you. People you helped without a price. People who recognize your face but not your camp. Exchange data. Offer a skill, then vanish. Be a shadow they are grateful for, not a target they can track. You do not need friends, you need strategic assets. Know the difference. 15 mandates. No guarantees. No happy endings. Just a slightly better probability of seeing the next sunrise. The world ended. You are still here for now. Go survive. Nature is indifferent to your struggle.